Hi, everybody. It's Thursday with Larana, live from the very center of the universe, Canton, Ohio. Yay. I'm so happy to be here, and thanks for being here with me. And I thought I would do a show tonight on. I've had a lot of people in the last month just switch over completely to the Miss Larana products for their face. And of course I have body products too, but I thought I'd go through a protocol because I often write it out for people, and I know there's a lot of products and it's like, what do I do first, second, third, how do I do this? So I thought I'd dedicate my show tonight to all you alchemical beauties out there. On a one type protocol that you can use. So the first thing that I have for everyone is a wonderful, it's important to clean our face without soap. SOAP, don't get me started, right? So I have some different type products for you to do that with. And one is my Cosmic Body Bar. They're just $1 in the shop. This is what it looks like. And if you were to use this, you hold it under the faucet for just a few seconds under hot water, smear it all over your face and neck, and then put it aside and, go around. And that's one way. I also make a couple of different face cleansers that are organic oil based. I do custom cleansers that I do especially for you. They usually last about a month, so it changes. And then I have a coconut pineapple type cleanser that a lot of people order off the internet. But I made myself a cleanser today, and I use the coconut, pineapple. I use a little bit of maca root and arrowroot and castor oil. But I do have a Cosmic Body Bar where you can make face and body cleansers yourself, which is a lot of fun with all these different boosters. But anyways, you need very little. I'm just going to put a dot on my forehead, on my cheeks, on my neck, on my nose. I hardly used anything, as you can see. And then I just get a little bit of water. Now there's some ground organic micro ground sugar in here, so it's like you're getting a mini dermabrasion when you use it, but it's safe to use every day. That's it. Oh, it feels good. And I just basically then rinsed it off with some water. And what we like to do at Miss Larana's is I encourage people to put a roll of paper towels in your bathroom and just blot off with a paper towel, because those bath towels and hand towels harbor a lot of bacteria. And we don't want to use those on our face, especially if you have kids or anything that are breaking out. Just get rid of all the towel. Just put a roll of paper towels in the bathroom and have that. That'll change a lot of things. But anyways, so we want to wash our face. That's the first thing. And then there's something called first step. It should be first and a half step, right? But this is a light roll-on, and it's used to tighten the pores, beautify the skin, and it's an antimicrobial, so it gives us a really nice foundation. Now, when you use it, and it smells so good, but when you use it, it's so light, you're going to wonder, did anything come out? But it did, and it's enough. That's all you need to do. So then you apply for first step. Then your next step will be one of my balms. My most popular is Fruit Balm for women typically 50 and older. And then I have a Cucumber Watermelon Balm for typically women 50 and under 50. And other balms to really play around with that people love too, Tree of Life and what have you. But I grabbed the Fruit Balm and the Cucumber Balm to show you. And they come in these small $8 introductory sizes, and then your best value is going to be the $20, but it's twice the amount for half the price. So I'm going to be using Fruit Balm. So a little bit goes a long way. I just have a tiny bit on this little spatula. I'm going to put it on my forehead, cheeks. I use a little more. Neck. And just, these are pure oils. They will melt on your skin. Just think of it like butter. It'll just melt in. It'll soak in so nice. So that's the second thing that you do. And these last a lot, as all my products, a little bit goes a long way. So just want to remember that. And then a lot of people use the eye roll. That can go next. It's good for fine lines and wrinkles. It's a wonderful formula with special oils for the eyes. I won't get into it right now, but and it has a little bit of coffee and cherry essential oils in it. So anyways, it's a wonderful product. They sell a lot of this. So you can do that. And then many of us use Base Camp. Some people use, let me see, let me grab this. My Morning Dew Hydrating Serum. Now, that's a good serum. It's light, and a lot of times I put a custom mica blend in there, so it can really act like a beautiful shimmery foundation, and that's good because it keeps you hydrated. So if you have the Morning Dew, this would be a good time to put it on, and a little bit, smear it around. I typically don't wear the Morning Dew very often. I like the Base Camp, and you put that on right over, very little amount, right over your Fruit Balm. Smear it around. Now, I like to use my Base Camp typically at night, and I just use the Fruit Balm and this waterline during the day, but you can mix and match any way that you want. It's just getting to know your skin. The Base Camp really restores skin, and I like to slather a lot on. And that reminds me, so many people have the same story. They think, oh, Miss Larana, I don't know if I like this. It's just kind of thick and heavy, and it just seems like it sits on the top of the surface of my skin. And that's true for about 3 or 4 days, depending on, your skin type. But then it sinks into some very deep levels and basically plumps the skin. And every time you use it from that point on, when it reaches that saturation level, it'll just quickly go deep. So you need to hang with this a little bit, but this is the Base Camp. Then many of you say, your face always looks so good and glowy and so on and so forth. Well, let me tell you one of my kind of little secrets. I mean, it looks good because I use all my own organic products now for almost 5 years, or since I've developed each one. But I have a product called Waterline, and I love it. I originally invented it for very sort of a watercolor, like eye color or smoky eyes or brows or what have you. But I have 3 different types of pearly shimmers. One's just pearl, one's a little pearl with gold, one's a little pearl with a little red, but depending on your skin. Now, I use the pearl, and I'm pretty liberal with it. I mean, a little bit goes a long way. But I like to shimmer. So I put this on top of everything. I'm probably looking maybe my skin's looking a little red with all this work on it. But anyways, and then I put like this under my eyes. that's how I originally started. And then I went to the whole face, but I like to put it on top of my eyes. Okay, there we are. Yay. Okay, that's done. And then I just pulled out some lighter things. I have something called eye stain. Okay, and little vials of mica powder. So these are great for the eyes, or you could put a little bit on your eyebrows. This one's a little dark brown. You could just put a little on top of your eyelid. It's a very light organic formula, castor oil. And these little micas I really like. I like to put them, I have something called rose quartz. I like this one under my eyes. Boom, nice and easy. And I have some things for the lips. They're very light. It's called lip stain. Doesn't stain. But anyways, this one is terracotta. It's the most matte out of all the colors, and it seems to be. So I'm putting on the terracotta. It's very light. It comes in a lip pot for $5 or a tube for $6 here in the shop. Again, the eye stains are $3 and here in the shop, and the mica tubes are $2. Not bad, huh? Waterline, if I forgot, is $6. And base camp is $20. Eye roll is $10. And the first step is $12. I brought out one more. This is my eyelash and brow serum. It really works. Your eyelashes will grow. It's all natural. And I like to put this on at night right before I go to bed. It's just in a little wand, and it's just a little smear and a smear. And that is it. This is $12 in the shop, and this will probably last you 6 months. And that's all I brought to talk about. That's all I brought today. But a lot of people that if you're curious, you can come in. I'll give you there's a consult, and you can try the products, and I can show you how to use them. That's no problem. And I want to mention one more thing. If anybody likes my top, my mentor Elizabeth at Vita Boutique, who does a show the same on Thursdays at 6:30. She does a show in her shop, but she inspired me to do a show. But I wanted to show you, this is a brand a line that she carries, Joseph Rykoff, I believe it is, but it's a wonderful, her clothes are fantastic. So Hartville Market on the top floor, if you've never been, you should treat yourself and check it out. She's got all kinds of, from casual to dressy, and just, I don't know, like 4,000 square feet of clothes. So you'll be in nirvana if loving clothes. But anyways, I just wanted to mention that, and always thank her for inspiring. Thanks for joining me. I'll jump off before I lose the signal one more time. But now the dancing has started on Thursdays at 7 at Culture Lounge, Move with Millie. And I'm going to head on over there for the first time. I'm excited. So if anybody's out there and ever wants to join, it's classes from 7 to 8 and free dancing from 8 to 9. And it's just by donation.